Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everyone. This is Firdaus Afra, and I invite you all to Innovative Presentation Challenge session number 4, organized by Bangladesh engineers and architects worldwide. Today's session is based on innovation solutions to plastic pollutions. Our presenters will be giving us an insight on the causes of plastic pollutions and ways to prevent it. Here we have 3 presenters today: Ethkan Ahmed, Radiah Mubashira, and Areta Radab. Among the jury, we have Mr. Raghib, Mr. Sinan, Mr. Numaira, Mr. Najib, and Mr. Ilham. Before we start, let me remind you that each presenter will get maximum of 10 minutes. You will be given a reminder before last 5 minutes by one of the members of the jury board. Soon after your presentation, you will be asked a set of questions by the members of jury board. I now request all the presenters to kindly turn on your cameras. All right. Now let's start with our first presenter, Ethkan Ahmed. You may start presenting. You have 10 minutes of time, which starts now.
Yes, good evening, everyone, my friends and my dear audience. Special greetings for our chief guest. I'm Ethkan Ahmed and studying in Ambassador School, Sharjah. Today I will talk about an innovative plastic solutions. Now, first, important facts about plastic. First, plastic pollution is a global crisis. There's over 8 million tons of plastic waste end up in the oceans every year. An impact on wildlife ecosystems and human health. Why do we need more plastic solutions? Traditional plastic solutions are not sustainable. Environmental plastic and social costs are increasing. The urgency of finding alternative materials and recycling methods. Now, let me introduce you to a type of plastic which is more friendly to the environment, which is biodegradable plastics. First, what are biodegradable plastics? Biodegradable plastics are plastics degraded by microorganisms into water, carbon dioxide, or methane, and biomass under specified conditions. Now, the advantages of biodegradable plastics are break down more easily in the environment and have lower carbon footprint. Now, third, examples of biodegradable plastic products are cutlery and packaging. Next is plastic-eating bacteria. The discovery of bacteria capable of breaking down plastic. Examples is Ideonella saccharinensis. And 2, the potential for using bacteria for waste management. Ongoing research and challenges to scale up. Recycled plastic and circular economy. The concept of a circular economy, reduce, and recycle, are the 3 R's. There's 2, innovative recycling technologies, examples, chemical recycling, advanced sorting techniques. Third, examples of companies turning plastic waste into new products, example, clothing, furniture, building materials. 7, ocean cleanup projects. It are innovative solutions to remove plastic from oceans, example, ocean cleanup project. 2, technologies being used such as large flowing barriers or drones. Third, collaboration between governments, NGOs, and businesses. Has now plant-based plastics. Plastics made from renewable resources, examples, cornstarch and sugarcane, to reduce reliance on fossil fuels and lower environmental impact. 3, examples, bioplastics in packaging, food containers, and textiles. 9, challenges and future directions. The scaling up of innovations is from lab researches to real-world applications. It's cost concerns and the need for mass adoption. And third, regulatory frameworks and consumer behavior shifts. Finally, inclusion and call to action, and emphasize the need for continued collaboration and innovation, and support for policies that promote sustainable plastic solutions. And third, individuals can make a difference by choosing products that use innovative plastic alternatives. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and have a nice day. And if anybody wants to ask questions, you may ask now. Yes, everyone. Yes, everyone.
Thank you so much, Ethkan Ahmed, for your insightful presentation. I now ask the jury board members to please raise your hand to ask questions. Yes, Fatin Sinan, please proceed with your question.
All right. Regarding cleaning oceans, how do floating barriers and drones help in cleaning oceans?
Yes, floating barriers can help make a blockage in the area, which help the drones come and capture the waste in that specific area.
All right, thank you.
All right. Ragib Nehal, please ask your question.
All right. Okay, so in the slides, you mentioned a lot of innovative solutions to combating plastic waste. So my question is, what makes plastic so dangerous? Is it the way it's made, or the way we use it or dispose of it, or what exactly makes it so dangerous?
So the reason why plastic is like very harmful for the environment is because plastic was made to like counter paper, but people used it in a manner which it was very cheap, and they wasted it and into the oceans as they thought was like it was okay to do that since it was very cheap and was less effective than paper, but leading to a lot of plastic waste in oceans and a very high impact on wildlife with plastic.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Nomera, please proceed with your question.
I wanted to ask that, looking at our surroundings, do you think we're doing enough to reduce the use of plastics? If not, then should we emphasize to develop more industry for the recycle of plastics? And what's your opinion?
Yes, as we are doing a great job in preventing plastic solutions, but we could do more with like more ocean cleanup projects and more environmental friendly plastics and the products made of less plastic and reusable plastic bags.
Our last member of the jury board, Syed Alham Nasser, please proceed with your question.
Okay, so in the PPT, you mentioned that we should reduce the amount of reliance on fossil fuels. However, we do need another renewable source instead of fossil fuels. So, what is a source that you can recommend, and how do you plan on spreading it to every single country?
Yes, as fossil fuels were actually a very good one, but there was a very limited amount of fossil fuels. I can recommend that like other resources of fuel such as petrol, such as petrol, can be used for these like vehicles and other transportation methods, and we can spread that by showing that other types of fuels can be more useful than fossil fuels by showing it to our friends, family, and everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Ethkan Ahmed, for your amazing presentation. Your hard work is really appreciated. Now we will move on to our presenter number 2, Radiah Mubashira. Ms. Radiah, you can now start presenting.
Okay, the person who is presenting, I think.
Yes, sorry, I missed the name.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, it is very useful.
Okay, so shall I start?
Yes, you can proceed.
Okay, so assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Radiah Mubashira. I study in grade 8, Islamic English School, Abu Dhabi. I'm from Bangladesh and I live in Abu Dhabi. So today's topic is innovative plastic solutions. So before we dive into the solution part, let's discuss what plastic is. Plastic is a man-made material that plays a very important role in today's world, composed mainly of polymers sourced from petrochemicals. It stands out for its remarkable durability, flexibility, and cost effectiveness. Its its versatility and accessibility have made it an essential resource in industries engaging from healthcare like medicine containers to construction like pipes and wires. However, despite its many benefits, plastic has emerged a major environmental issue, creating challenges that require urgent global action. Now I'm going to discuss the advantages and benefits of plastic. Plastic is lightweight, durable, and has a versatile nature, making it essential across various industries. It is cost effective and can be modeled into any form possible, uh, in a, in enabling advancements in healthcare, packaging, and technology, from medical devices and sterile equipment to lightweight vehicle parts and effective food preservation. Plastic contributes significantly to improving lives. When managed properly, its recyclability can also support sustainability efforts. Now, let's discuss the disadvantage and non-benefits of plastic. There are many disadvantage and non-beneficial properties of plastic. Despite its usefulness, plastic possesses serious environmental and healthcare risks. It is non-biodegradable. Nature leads it to pollution, with waste accumulation in ecosystems and harming wildlife. Recycling plastic is most often inefficient, and the production process consumes fossil fuel, contributing to greenhouse gas emission. Additionally, chemicals in plastic can lead into food and water, possessing healthcare hazards, and underscore the challenges of over-reliance on this material. Example, like in our own households, our own mothers, they use like ice cream containers or yogurt containers, you reuse them again and again, which makes the chemicals that are used to make the plastic, they like combine with our food, which can affect our health. Now, the effects of plastic on the environment. Plastic pollution has become one of the most pressing environmental issues of our time. Improper disposal of plastic waste results in the contamination of soil, waterways, oceans, rivers, etc., disrupting ecosystems and harming wildlife. Marine animals often mistake plastic for food, leading to ingestion, entanglement, and even death. The breakdown of plastic into microplastics exacerbates the problem, as these tiny particles infiltrates the food chain. Moreover, the production of insertion of plastic releases greenhouse gases, contributing to climate change and further straining of plastic resources. Now, the effects of plastic on society. Plastic has greatly benefited the society by improving healthcare, preserving food, and enabling affordable technology. It enhances global food security, bridges gaps between communities through innovation, and reduces transportation costs with lightweight components. However, its widespread has caused significant challenges: plastic waste pollution, urban and rural areas, creating unsanitary conditions and economic burdens, additionally exposing to harmful chemicals and microplastic possessing health risks, particularly to vulnerable populations. These issues emphasizes the need for sustainable solutions to address plastic's negative impact. Now, let's discuss the solution to plastic use. Reducing plastic use requires a combination of us individuals, corporate and government governmental efforts. One solution is promoting reusable products such as cloth bags, metal common supermarkets these days use cloth bags in the UAE, metal straws and refillable water bottles instead of disposable plastics like water bottles made out of glass and metal. Governments can impose regulations such as banning single-use plastics or taxing plastic packaging like the UAE is currently doing now. So encourage businesses to switch to sustainable alternatives, increasing awareness through education and campaigns can also help people make informed choices. Companies can adopt biodegradable packaging and invest in plastic-free innovations while consumers can prioritize buying products with minimal or eco-friendly packaging. Like if you go in any like Lulu, you can in the pre-made section, you can see that the packaging is now like paper or cardboard. Encouraging bulk shopping using compostable containers and supporting recycle initiatives are also crucial in minimizing plastic waste. Now, alternatives to plastic. There are several sustainable alternatives to plastic that can help reduce environmental harm. Biodegradable materials like bamboo, paper, and cornstarch-based plastic can replace conventional plastic in packaging and utensils. Like the plastics we use, we can make them with bamboo, paper, and cornstarch-based plastics. That way, if people are mistakenly careless and still throw plastics in the street, it won't harm the environment. Glasses and stainless steel serve an excellent alternative for bottles and food containers. They are reusable and recyclable. Neutral fibers such as jute, cotton, and hemp can replace plastic bags, while beeswax wraps are eco-friendly, sustainable for plastic wraps for construction and household use. Materials like wood, metal, and plant-based bioplastics offer durable and sustainable options. By shifting to these alternatives, we can significantly cut down plastic pollution and promote a greener lifestyle. Now, how is plastic recycled? Recycling plastic involves a series of processes to convert waste into reusable materials. First, the plastic waste is collected and sorted based on the type and quality. The sorted plastic is then washed to remove impurities such as labels and food residue. After cleaning, the plastic is shredded into small pieces and melted down to form pellets of fiber, which serve as raw materials for manufacturing new plastic products. Some plastics are PET and HDPE can be efficiently recycled into new bottles or packaging, while others may be repurposed for construction materials or textiles. Advanced recycling methods techniques such as chemical recycling break plastic into its original components, allowing for higher quality reuse. However, proper saturation at the source of increased recycling infrastructure are necessary to maximize plastic recycling efficiency. That's it. Thank you everyone for listening. I hope you learned something new, and if anyone has any questions, you can ask.
Thank you so much, Mr. Radab. That was an excellent presentation. You have talked about the disadvantages, advantages, as well as the impacts of using plastic. You have also given us an alternative to the usage of plastic. Thank you so much for your excellent presentation. We will now proceed to a question and answering session. Mr. Sanan, you can now proceed with your question.
All right. Regarding biodegradable plastics, what are the costs and the risks for them?
Excuse me, can you repeat your question? I couldn't hear you.
What are the costs and the risks of biodegradable plastics?
The costs and risks of biodegradable plastics are
Ms. Radiah, are you having trouble with your internet?
oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, so these raw materials are often more expensive than the raw materials are often more expensive than the raw materials used to produce traditional plastics such as petroleum.
What are the risks they cause to the environment, if any?
I don't think there are that many risks.
All right, thank you.
It can reduce like the materials we use.
Okay.
Yes, Ms. Numera, please ask your question.
I wanted to ask that to reduce the use of plastic or recycle the plastic are like two solutions for environmental pollution. Every country should have statistics defining sectors or places for plastic usage. This is one of my ideas. What's your opinion about it? That should we take action to reduce or recycle, and then identify different sectors based on priority?
Yes, I think your idea is really good, and my idea is that we should arrange we should arrange groups that help clean plastics from the street. Like in Bangladesh, for example, there are many plastics lying around everywhere, and if we like arrange a group, we can reduce the pollution in Bangladesh.
Thank you.
Mr. Ragib Nehal, please proceed with your question.
Okay, so you made it clear that plastics have become very widespread. They've basically become an integral part of our day-to-day lives. And my question related to that is, what effect will modern solutions have on the future? Will there ever come a time where the effects of plastic or even plastics in general are fully eliminated?
Yes, if we keep continuing to reduce the use of plastic and use more sustainable and biodegradable materials, I think there is a chance that in the future there would be less percentage of pollution than there is now.
Okay, thank you.
Next, please ask your question, Mr. Sayed.
Okay, so since plastic should be replaced, let's just maybe some people prefer to use plastic. For example, maybe they just want to go and buy some water bottles. Now, if you were to replace all of the plastic water bottles with other materials, how quickly would that spread, and how would that affect other people?
I think most of the student population uses like plastic water bottles. Like they might not have time to refill the water bottles again and again, and they just grab a plastic water bottle on the go. I think they should use more like refillable water bottles and like refill them beforehand. And another solution I can give is that, for example, at parties we use plastic bottles for the guests, right? So we can just provide a small water dispenser like the ones we have in our house, and like cups, like small biodegradable sustainable material made with cups, and like everyone who wants water, they can just pour themselves water and drink from there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Radiah, for your powerful presentation. You can now stop presenting. Next, we have our final presenter, Areta Radab. Ms. Areta, you can now start presenting. Your time starts now.
My name is Areta Radab. Okay. So today I'll be doing a presentation on the innovative solutions of plastic pollution. So let's get started. I'll just share this on slideshow. Okay, so first one we have here. So let's get started. So our topic today is the innovative solutions to plastic pollution. So we're going to look at a broad view on plastic pollution, like and how to solve it. Like it's basically like a broad salvation for humanity and for humans. So let's start it. So before we start, first of all, is that what is the purpose for this? So basically, as you can see, it's basically for the bold enforcement for strong policies and regenerative strategies that sorry, that focus on plastic pollution prevention and also support from business practices. Like when politics and businesses are together, without them, like I don't think normal humans can help reduce the plastic pollution. So when politics and businesses work together, they can enforce improvement in plastic pollution, like with business practices. Like they can start off business communities on plastic pollution, so like donations on internet. Like you can find many things. I'll get to that. So let's move on. So basically, we think of the 3 R's in our head, that is reuse, reuse, and recycle. But before you start, you might be thinking, what on earth is exactly plastic, right? Wait a sec, like, what is exactly plastic? It's basically the polyesters that humans love to pollute, So let's actually see what is exactly plastic. Let's take a view of what it is. Oh, oops, sorry, I got the wrong plastics, guys. These are not the plastics we are looking for. So let's actually get the right plastics. So for real, I'm being for real. So what is actually plastic? So plastic is a group of material that can be produced from natural resources or synthetically created resources. The raw material used to produce plastic today are mostly found in the natural world and include, fossil fuels. Not only like cellulose coal, like basically natural gas, crude oil, because it uses this. You know that when you use fossil fuels, and if you run out of fossil fuels, it will take again 1,000,000 years to get them back. So the same thing works in plastic. So once you throw out plastics, it will take a lot of time to decompose. Okay, so like it's not that easy, like glass and then metal, which can rust very quick. Like iron rusts very fast, by galvanization, like those, and oxidizes. Okay. So Mrs. Plastic's ingredients. So basically, plastic is nothing but it's made of synthetic and semi-synthetic materials. It uses polymers. I think we learned this in chemistry. Basically, it uses the basic polymers like synthetic and semi-synthetic polymers. And like one example is this is PVC, which is polyvinyl chloride, PVC pipe. You can see like they use in PVC pipe. And then another one is, which I don't really remember, is I think which uses silicon inside, I guess. Okay, I don't remember that. And so basically these ones are, they are changed into shape. Like they're molded and like that, they just molded into shapes. So like after they get a melted plastic, just molded into shape. So this is how plastic is made, which is actually not important to us because you want to get rid of this. So now we're in our topic, which is plastic pollution. Basically, we have plastic and we love to pollute. So let's see what is plastic pollution. So it is an accumulation of plastic objects and particles, which include plastic bottles, bags, microbeads. So in the Earth's environment that adversely affect human, wildlife, and their habitat. Plastic pollution can afflict land, waterways, and oceans. So you can see scientists and researchers by their investigation, they basically suggest that plastics will really take over the world by 2050. I think probably by that time, like we'll be in our middle age, like kids of the 2000s. I'll be probably like 40 in my 40s, I guess. I don't know. So there could be more plastic than fish in the ocean by weight. That's very terrible. So you can see that living organisms, particularly like marine animals, obviously like they're harmed by the plastics. Like I know they're not clever like us. They're basically dumb, and so like they don't know that it's not food, and they like bite on it, and they're gonna like get entangled, and it's very harmful for them. And you can see like if we just go away, we won't have seafood for dinner. Next we have is drawbacks of plastic pollution. Yeah, so obviously there's drawbacks for plastic pollution. So plastic and essentially single-use plastic causes environmental degradation, loss of aquatic life, and fill-ups in our landfills. It contaminates water bodies and releases toxic substances into the air, water, and soil. So here are some drawbacks, as you can see. First of all is that you are basically eating plastic. Like in your lunchbox, there's plastic. And like your lunchbox is basically made of plastics, which like children take to school. You can see that plastic container, they harbor bacteria, fungi. This is especially true for those with scratches of wear, such as a buildup increases the risk of foodborne illness. This absorption can lead to unpleasant surprises in your lunchbox. Yeah. The lack of degradation, as you know, like as I've told you, like plastic takes a lot of time. It's not like metal, which rusts very fast, or glass. Like sorry. Unlike banana peels and apples, which is like when you throw it, it will decompose very fast. You can see insects will decompose on it, and like fungi and insects will decompose on it, and it disappears very quickly for real. But like plastic, it basically takes forever, just like crude oil. I mean, what time it takes for them to be made. So what is the result is that wasted plastic has started clogging landfills and littering our landscapes. Resource depletion, the production of plastic puzzles, precious fossil fuels. Yeah. So like this is like this plastic thing is disturbing our fossil fuels. So like if there's no fossil fuels, there won't be electricity, and there'll be no internet, and there'll be no like that alpha generation thing. The process of production does not just deplete the infinite resources. Chemicals, yeah, it has very bad chemical, which is risky for it. Like as I've said, it's basically in your food. It makes your food acidic. So now let's move on. The solutions towards this plastic pollution, the innovative solutions towards plastic pollution. The solution is to prevent plastic waste from entering rivers and seas in the first place. And many scientists and environmentalists say that this could be accomplished with improved waste management systems and recycling. Better product design that takes into account the short life of disposable packaging and reduction in manufacturing of unnecessary single-use plastics. Given the global scale of plastic pollution, the cost of removing plastic from the environment would be prohibitive. Most solutions to the problem of plastic pollution therefore focuses on preventing improper disposal or even on limiting the use of certain plastic items in the first place. Awareness of the serious consequence of plastic pollution is that it's increasing, and new solution, including the increasing use of biodegradable plastic, is being embraced by government, and the public. And we'll dig more deep into this. So these are more infused processes. Like Sir told me to write infused processes. Okay. So then there is biodegradable plastics first. So biodegradable plastics are basically plant-based plastics. These materials are made from renewable resources like cornstarch, sugarcane, or algae, and can degrade naturally. While they are still in the early stages of mass adoption, they're gaining traction as alternatives to petroleum-based plastics. Enzyme-based degradation, researchers are working on enzymes that can break down plastic. Yeah, enzymes basically never break down plastics. It's just something very clever, I think. These enzymes can potentially recycle plastic more efficiently than plastic-free packaging. So, like when you're packaging food, don't buy, a plastic tiffin box. Try to buy a metal one or even a glassware. I think it can break, but I think the best one is metal ones. You should purchase those.
Miss Areta, I'm so sorry for the interruption, but you have less than 30 seconds left on the clock.
Okay, so then there's educational behavioral change, like there's waste to energy solution, which is converting plastic waste into energy through processes like pyrolysis, then consumer awareness campaigns. Okay, so then there's plastic collection and cleanup technology. So this is the ocean cleanup project, which is actually very helpful for ocean. And then there's advanced trash collecting by drones and robots, which is more faster than humans. Plastic eating organisms, which includes bacteria, fungi, marine organisms. Plastic alternatives are edible packaging and mushroom packaging. So you can see that some companies are working on edible packaging made from seaweed or rice. This can be particularly used for single-use plastic food packaging as it reduces waste and is safe for consumption. And so lastly is that, get off the couch and please join the global non-profit foundation to foster sustainable communities via the global plastic crisis. So here we have two links. These are some websites which you can join to help reduce the plastic pollution. The one is from World Wildlife and other is Plastic Free July. I'll just end this. Oh, there's one video left. Just give me a second, I'll just play the video. Sorry.
Miss Areta, we don't have much time left on the clock, so it would be better if you could paste the video on the comment box and we will watch it in our free time. You can now the jury board will present with asking you questions. That's okay.
Okay.
Yes, you can paste the video in the comment box and the jury board will proceed with asking you questions. Yes, thank you so much. Now, the jury board
Okay,
members
guys,
are
so
simply-
I just want to say that this was the end of my presentation. I hope you all liked it. Thank you very much for staying. It was also my first time. I tried to make it a bit entertaining, get some fake plastics here. Lol. So thank you very much for this video.
Thank you so much, Areta Rahab, for your outstanding presentation. That was truly inspiring. Now, Fatin Sinan, please proceed with asking questions.
Regarding biodegradable
It's
plastic,
Areta Radab.
regarding biodegradable plastics, are there any limitations on them?
Sorry, what? I didn't get you. I zoned out. Can you repeat?
Are there any limitations on biodegradable plastics?
No, there's no limitations. Biodegradable plastics are good to use because they don't use the plastics from, like natural sources like coal and which like take millions years. So like you can use them like however you want it. Like why will there be like a stop for them? So that's my answer.
Alright.
Miss Numera, please proceed with your question.
You mentioned in your presentation, some researchers suggest that by 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in the ocean. I feel that this is more important to a ban on plastic goods production rather than a public awareness on reduce or recycle. Can you elaborate on this necessity?
Yeah, so this is very bad. As you can see in the future, we cannot have more fish than plastics, right? So the basic things from now onwards is to like what I think is best is like for governments to like ban it. Like if for example if someone like throws out plastic, they should give a fine. Like you have to pay 10 like 100 dirham. I think UAE it will be like that. So I think that's makes it more restricted. So like people will throw out plastic very less. Yeah, they'll throw out plastic very less, and so I think it will like it will go down like the graph. It will lean down, so you won't see a high peak on plastics. So which will be I think it would probably decrease for sure. Hopefully, it all depends on humanity. Nowadays like there is like you can see more increase in plastic less than more than fishes.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, now Syed Alham Nasser, please proceed with your question.
You mentioned that if you use plastic food containers, it could cause health problems. So I would like to ask you for some examples of what could happen to your body over the course of time if you continue to use plastic food containers. What effects would it have on your body? What illnesses could you catch? And what would it do to your health?
Personally, I'm not a biology student, so but what I can say is that it's obviously really bad because plastic is made of crude oil, like it's made of natural gas, which is very harmful for the body. Like when you're taking it in, it's like going to get like it's also going to like get into our lungs, like alveoli, and it's going to like cause damage to your lungs, which will like give breathing problems. So like it's actually bad for the body, as you asked, like what harms it does. So that's what I can say. Like people sometimes could get cancer through this. Some people are also, you can say allergies. They get allergies like that's born, I think. But overall is that it really affects on the body, like in every part. You can say on the brain, lungs, heart, and yeah, all the stuff. Blah blah.
Thank you so much to all
Okay,
the
I think another contestant wants to ask something. You can
yes.
ask.
Yes, Ragib, Nihal, please proceed with your question. I'm sorry, I didn't notice.
It's fine. I just raised my hand. Okay. So there were some solutions mentioned, such as biodegradable plastics, as you talked about. Also, some alternatives like edible packaging and additional cleanup technologies. So why are damages caused by plastics still prevalent to this day, despite all those innovations?
Because I feel like people don't listen to it. Like I think politics, like they should like ban plastics. I think that's what they should. So like it will be more decreased. So and they should sell more biodegradable plastics. It's not very high like nowadays. So they should sell more biodegradable plastics so that people can purchase them, and they should like those which are very plastic free things, it should be more cheap, so like people go forward to those more instead of like plastics. So I think that's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
All right. I guess all of the jury board members have asked their respective questions. Thank you so much, Areta, Radab, for your insightful presentation today. It was amazing for your first time. Thank you. And thank you to all of the other presenters for your remarkable presentations. And thank you to the jury board members for your competency while asking questions and also for evaluating their presentations at the same time. You can now send your evaluations to the person in charge. I would now like to invite our chief guest engineer, Muhammad Al-Imran Hussein, to share your insights regarding today's session. Sir, please proceed.
Thank you so much. Now I am audible?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. So I am really surprised, especially those are already presented today's topics, especially the microplastic and other things also, especially pollution, how to use alternative as a biodegradable plastic and other things also. So I have a few information for the young fellow. So microplastic almost size will be 1 nanometer to 5 millimeter. So if you consider UAE versus Bangladesh, per capita plastic consumption is 100 kg per person per year at UAE, whereas Bangladesh, especially in urban area, 9 kg per person per year. So now you understood how 90 kg, 91 kg is more consumable in UAE, not Bangladesh. Another issue, so this per year in UAE, 4 billion plastic bottles are there consumed, whereas Bangladesh is only few million. Another issue, the UAE 40% plastic are there using for the bottle purpose and other things also they're single use, whereas the recycling and waste management. So in UAE, 0.484 million tons in 2020, they're recycling, whereas Bangladesh is 1.44 million ton in recycling. So now come to the potential health hazard, health impact of plastic. Physical damage. Microplastic can cause physical damage, tissue and organ, particularly in the digestive system. A study from Autonomous University in Barcelona. So when you're using any tea bag, that 102 billion particles per million milliliter, this particle size 136 nanometer. So now you understood how much microplastic are reducing using the tea bag. Another issue, ingestion or microplastic. When you drink tea brewed with this type of bag, you likely ingest it in the microplastic. While the long-term effect is still being studied, they are concerned that particles could accumulate the body and potential cause harm, especially in cancer. Come to the chemical leaching. Microplastic can leaching harmful chemicals such as BPA and phthalates, which are disrupt hormone function and other things also. Also carry a toxin. Microplastic can act a carrier of the both toxins such as heavy metals and pesticide that can be ingested by human body. Inflammation. Microplastic can trigger inflammation in the body, which has been linked to the variety of chronic disease. So it's a good news for us. In Bangladesh, Bangladesh scientist Dr. Ahmed Khan is innovated the new jute fabric-based plastic that's called golden bag. So now in Bangladesh, step by step, our initiative we are replacing those plastic bag in with golden bag, which are made by the plastic joke. So it is important for us that being a human body, human and health environment impact, we need to replace as less as much plastic. Now I do me. Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So this bag is biodegradable, compostable, and looks like a regular polythene, offering the sustainable alternative to plastic bag. So this is the good news. Also, this bag are starting to export it to those countries who are mostly using the plastic bag and other things also. So bottom line is that microplastic are growing environmental and health concern, while more research is needed to fully understand their impact of human health. It is important to take steps to reduce your exposure by making small changes in your daily life. You can help protect yourself and environment. So, special thanks today to selecting this time-dependent subject and concern about the plastic pollution in our society or environment, sea, and around the our daily work. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Al Imran Hussein, for your precious time, and thank you for joining us today. Now, I believe we are done with evaluation. Mr. Reza, sir.
Okay, still not done. You can continue. We can invite Engineer Rafiqul Islam Talukdar,
All right.
advisor of BEAWorld.
Yes, Engineer Nazmul Islam, sir, could you please share a few minutes of your insights regarding today's session? Or any other engineer that might be present here.
Thank you. Actually, I am very surprised and astonished the presentation all given by the young people. Actually, this is I'm very much happy, and I'm also happy to select this kind of highly subject, which is required for all kind of people, young people, and also us, and for the sustainable environment to meet the sustainable goal for the better world. Actually, thank you. Thank you everyone for participating in this valuable session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nazmul Islam, for sharing your thoughts. Would anyone else like to express their thoughts regarding today's session?
Engineer Rafiqul Islam Talukdar. Okay, here we are very lucky that Engineer Khaja Ahmed Bhai. Khaja Ahmed Bhai, how are you? Engineer Khaja Ahmed Bhai. Okay, I believe we can see Khaja Bhai. However, it might be out of network. So now we can invite Engineer Shafraz Khan to deliver your short speech. And in the meantime, we are evaluating the year presentation and we will declare the winner today.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Yeah, Khaja Bhai, you can deliver your speech.
No, I think I'm okay. Just trying to listen to these beautiful presentations and the thoughts of young soldiers. Now they are delivering, and we are to just witness the Ragib Marshal and all the young fellows are delivering it. It is a very all-time universal topic, talking about the pollution and the plastic. Yeah, there are many stories regarding plastic in all different societies, especially in Bangladeshi society. Well, Areta tried to, have a little bit of fun out of it, but it's okay. You can bring a lot of entertaining stuff in a serious discussion, bringing policy issues also, how they are interpreted in the past and also in the present context. The Rafiq Bhai is there now for the climate change issue, and this is a topic related to that one. And I think all the commitments from the government of Bangladesh is there to get rid of the pollutants, although we are living with it, and probably we will ever live with it, whatever, no matter what we say or no matter what we recommend. But our life seems to be living with pollutants. But in that context, like I think children can think about it. Okay, like this nation will never change. Then how to make impact on that kind of nation, which will, to some extent, give us some indication that yes, it is now started changing. I think we are very optimistic about it, and children are very highly competent talking about this. I think I enjoyed it thoroughly, and thanks for inviting me. And I still see there, even in the United States here, you have a lot of pollutants left and right, and people even in those countries, they have committed themselves for reduction. I think this global issue can also reach them in every part of the globe to respond to their commitments and how far they really meant by those, and they are applying them or not. This is something need to be done by some watchdogs. I think this forum, it can be a watchdog to those commitments and implementations in real world, and then show the world that yes, you cannot get away with whatever you like to say, but then you have to do something, otherwise you are fired. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Khajabhai, for your valuable speech. We need a couple of minutes more. So now I'll invite Engineer Rafiqul Islam Talukdar to deliver your speech.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me opportunity to speak out something. And I would like to welcome Engineer Khaja Ahmed. I don't know his whereabout. It is on the bank of Atlantic or on the bank of Bay of Bengal. We are not sure. However, welcome. After a long time, after a lapse of time, we see so you see Mr. Khaja. Welcome this platform. It is your platform, and in absence of you, this platform will conceive it is not fulfilled. Okay, always this platform actually feels the absence of Khaja Ahmed. Actually, after chief guest speech, we should not speak out. Chief guest speech should come at the end after the other guest, I believe. Okay. In future, we should follow this sequence. Okay. Chief guest should speak at the end. However, today's presentation is hilarious. I have enjoyed, and our three presenters, they showed the dared to present such important topics, and this topics is very popular topics and highly needed for our society. Actually, plastic, we cannot lead our life nowadays without plastic. It is correct. Plastic is a part of our lives, and to some extent livelihood also. But we have to consider the actually diversification of use. Which area we should not promote plastic, which area we should promote plastic. Suppose plastic chair, plastic furnitures. Plastic furnitures we can promote as because plastic furniture replacing the wood. The replacing wood, if plastic furniture replace the wood, that means we are protecting our forest. We are not doing the deforestation. So in that perspective, plastic is welcome. Even plastic bottle is welcome, but as long as it can be recycled. Plastic is very good product to be recycled. So that has to be taken care of. And not like plastic bags. Actually, plastic bags is harmful. Single use, it is not reusable. So we have to consider 3R: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Okay, in the context of plastic, we have to follow reduce of use plastic, that we have to think. So awareness is very important. So our kids or students, actually, they are very much aware. By that way, they are presenting, and they should aware, and they should aware the others also. The awareness is very useful. Actually, in Bangladesh, I hope recently plastic bags, use of plastic bags has been banned. That is good news. So Bangladesh, we have the jute. So plastic bag can be replaced by the jutes that Mr. Imran, chief guest, pointed out. It's a golden bags. That easily we should promote these golden bags. If we promote the golden bags, means we promote our agriculture, we promote our farmers. So actually, jute is our golden economy once upon a time. So we should revive that economy. Okay, Lord. And yes, see, plastics, the presenters pointed out very good that plastic is harmful for the soil, as because it degrades the soils, degrades the passing oxygen to the soil. So it inhibits the passing oxygen to the soil. By that way, it soil loses the fertility, and ocean life also disturbed. Our biodiversity ecosystem is disturbed by the plastics. So you have to be careful about plastic. If we can do the recycle as a part of circular economy, so that is the best solution and best approach. Okay, that's all from my side, and thanks organizers and finally all the presenters. Okay, for your nice presentations and your presence. Thanks all. Okay, that's all from my side.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Rafiqul Islam Talukdar, the advisor of BEAWorld and chief editor, Synergy. Okay, and thank you very much, all participants today. They are excellent. Ethkan Ahmed, only grade 4, and he was outstanding today. We cannot imagine that from grade 4, some student is delivering a presentation on sustainability. This is great news for us, and we're very excited to see them in their future. Okay, now one thing I want to tell that you know that all of the students, you know that 15 February is our award ceremony. We're awarding total, I believe, 21 students who participated in the public speaking and the BEAWorld champions. So everybody requested to make the registration and confirm your participation for the 15th February. Make the registration as early as possible. Okay, now I will announce the result. Today, all three are outstanding. Okay, Ethkan, Ahmed, Radiah, Mubashira, and Areta, all are outstanding. But as per rules, we have to declare someone as a winner. And today, winner is Areta Radab. Congratulations to Areta Radab. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for all for participating. And we should encourage our young students and young leaders to grow up and develop their leadership. Thank
Wait,
you.
I'm the winner, right?
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay.